Alright, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute. This is actually a pretty old set of footage from Harute. He's a bit of a comfortable suit just because you get to hang back, lob all your stuff out. What a lot of Harute players don't utilize enough is his CSB, and CSB is such a core part of the kit, I would call it suit defining. You should either be doing missiles into MA Garobi, which will give you a full damage confirm as long as you clip with the MA Garobi. Oh yeah, the suit also has really good melee. Way better than you'd expect. I wouldn't say really good, but like definitely enough to contend with people. Like, I relied on it enough to hit a Bale, because I know Bale has bad melee, so as long as he doesn't sub me, my melee should actually win, often. But yeah, for your MA sequences, you really should be doing, AC to send out the missiles, then Garobi, and there's a timing you can get used to where the missiles will always finish your confirm, even if you just barely clip them with the Garobi. Oh, this is hilarious. I fend off F-Burst Exia, and Bale comes in, and I hear Aluya scream. Yeah, Marute mode, CSB is absurd. It is absurd, it is absurd, it is absurd. The wiki even lists, like, the performance of this move is abnormal for a move that reloads at all. Like, reloads at all. But one more time, there's two different sequences you should do in MA mode. AC into Garobi, and then you can throw CSB out afterwards if you're good at partitioning your charge, which I don't expect a lot of people are. And then after you throw out that first volley, you should throw AC into CSB always, because if they do anything like block, or somehow think that they got out of the way of the missiles because they stepped, so they're like, oh, I'm going to do something now, I'm going to hit a Vernier button, and then the fangs from CSB catch them and hit them. Like, you basically force someone into just trying to move for a solid, like, 4 to 5 seconds. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I see why this suit always gets rated highly, because there's just so much damage you can pin people into that, like, there's that constant feel of someone's just, like, that much better. Oh, here's a good instance of using the regular main, because I like having the fast fall to use defensively sometimes, so I'll just try to partition my charge so I can use the regular BRs, safety approach, before I commit to the CSA. To switch to the Vernierless Garobi. I should have done a second sub. I don't know if I misinput or what. Because sub is your best self-defense button by far. I just keep running away because Rex has to commit to a command dash to actually chase me, and this guy is not proficient enough to do that. I tried to melee that landing, that was not a good idea. You see me throwing out these sets and assists, they're not really doing anything. I need to line them up better, because they're used for making people have to move in a pretty roundabout way to approach you. They can't run straight at you, which is what a lot of people try to do when they feel like you're retreating. And if you throw that assist, it keeps them from running straight forward, and they have to input a step, which buys you more time to make even more space, and if you get more time, you get to throw out more missiles. And MA Garobi is crazy. Yeah, there's me doing the MA straight into the MA missiles straight into the Garobi, and you see that the Garobi and the missiles hit at like the exact same time. So even if I didn't line up that Garobi, if I only brushed him, the missiles would have finished the full kill. You can also do missiles, CSB, and then Garobi, and the benefit of that is if people are very block happy and are just trying to sit back, you'll pin them with the MA Garobi, and the CSB fangs will break their guard, And then the missiles will finish the down. It's really abusive. Go for an MA Garobi attempt, but fail. Here's me saving the fast fall to hit RK out of his approach. I don't know if that was supposed to be Garobi or if I actually wanted to do main, but I should have actually done melee there. MA melee would probably have been my best if I wanted to MA and then attack. I think there's just better options to do in general. Miss one sub, immediately throw another, just to make sure I get the landing punish. There goes the missiles and CSB. End up way closer than I wanted to, and my partner bails me out, thankfully. That was not a smart idea, I should have just kept kiting. I desperately want to cut that RK combo, but not fortunate enough. Immediately get clapped again by RK, so I have to burst. I just let myself fall straight down because it's actually very hard for melee suits to track straight vertically. Like, they have to have good timing to meet you right as they enter red lock, and even then the melee still might miss. BC neutral funnel with RK, very strong. By now I've played against this guy a few times, so I knew to expect it, so I just kept boosting in a circle because I was tired of getting hit by it. I'm like, oh, this is finally an RK that knows how to just mash BC neutral funnel, or neutral. There is no neutral sub, it's all the same sub with RK. Just BC sub. See, like, when RK flips at me, I just know to step back into sub every time. And it just consistently cuts it. Don't know why I felt bold enough to melee there, but it worked. Like I said, his melee's not that bad. A lot of people don't expect it, so... There's even some solid damage routes that I need to go figure out. Because he can do almost melee suit tier damage. Call out the Vernier with the sub. I knew he was about to overheat, so I'm like, if you've done anything to keep this sequence going, just die. And the rest of this video is going to be against this team because a lot of the other rank set matches were up against rookies or beginners or civilians, and there's nothing really to be gained from watching those. Throw out AC and CSB, I end up having to stop early because I was afraid of Garobi Fangs. Early knockdown right next to RK, that's very bad. I don't escape that unscathed. Should not let myself drift so close to RK. I'm surprised I got shot by a neutral sub there, or a sub there, but that's why RK is good, because you can keep covering your approach with that sub over and over and over and over again. You're not good because you can melee, you're good because that sub will cover your approaches constantly, and you will still manage to get like 250 off sub hits or more. Please get out of my face. I thought I was overheated, so I just let that combo rock. I could have done more. Catch him with the sweep. Switch back to CSA for my second life. Going out. See, the CSB Fangs actually are what ended up cutting the RK. And then I managed to get them both knocked down as my partner died, so I don't have to worry about them attacking me. And my partner's mostly just trying to stay alive. Main in the sub, big damage. I should not gain this much hype when I'm chasing people. Partner barely gets out of that alive. I melee the Reborns, kill him. Trying to decide who I want to press onto right now. I don't know if it was the right call, but I let RK chase Darkhound because I think it's obvious if RK is left alone that you can anti-approach him well. I switched back to main. Can't remember if it ran out of ammo, but helps me get the final kill. I think I was worried about running out of ammo because I was in a very high stress situation. So I swapped back to main so I have enough ammo to keep spamming to protect my partner. Because I had enough life that it doesn't really matter if they hit me. I'm going to tech right back off the ground and keep mashing. And hopefully my partner would get an opportunity if they ever tried to look at me. And there goes RK again, forces his way in, gets a hit on me, and then my partner cuts, but Reborn's instantly ready to hit the Dark Hound again, which is brilliant target selection. Absolutely what you want to be doing. Gets another counterplay, RK targets me, gets the hit. Unfortunately, my partner gets hit too by the Reborn's teching off the ground. Setsuna finishes that down for me. I accidentally hit B before I hit the ground, so I melee instead of charge CSB. And once again, I'm like very much trying to assert myself to make sure that they focus me and not just my partner. And put a Fua because I got stuck above Reborns and the Reborns wanted to get a hit on me. Reborns doesn't get a full combo. Thought that Setsuna assist would hit him, but it just barely didn't. I tapped the MA mode there because it gives you more momentum when you land, so I don't think any of RK's shots correct hard enough or track hard enough to hit me out of that landing. Tapping MA mode right before you land is a very good habit. Well, I wouldn't say very good habit, but it's useful in a lot of situations where you just want maximum horizontal move speed to make your landing as safe as possible. I think Garobi Fangs are out, so I BC. Yeah, I BC, and that also helps me avoid the sub as well. I would have been hit if I didn't do the BC there. Back in Harute. It's time for more CSBs. Let's just throw a CSB out on the Reborns and see what happens. Alright, I gotta stop RK. Wait, what's that? 8 different Fangs, all being shoved down different vectors at once. Seems to have caught the opponent. This might be a good move. CSB Fangs, I can't overstate that they are such a core part of this suit. Like, most of my mentality is, if you've ever seen Reborns throw out both Fin Fangs and then the Garobi Fangs, they use those to set up hits. So they'll throw them both out and then start approaching you and try to fish for a hit because those two moves have forced you to use, you know, at least 1/3 of your boost, right? So they have a boost advantage on you just innately now. This suit has a similar thing with his CSB where it denies them doing Vernier actions to turn around if they show their backside to you. So if you throw CSB out, you see them look away from you, you can actually move forward, and if they Vernier, you might be able to set up a premature hit situation, and if not, if they Vernier manage to get away, but you get to keep chasing because they just did some boost inefficient movement. Like, I'm rambling, but like CSB sets up so much because... See, look, they hit that Destiny just by boosting in one direction, and it ended shooting down his vector. The move is extraordinarily good. Now here's the 8 of them. He's finally moving fast enough that he can avoid all 8 trivially. See his wings of lighting. Get the hell off me, RK. The Garobi is extremely good, and your sub reloads incredibly fast in Harute mode. I think it's 6 seconds per shot, or 5 seconds. It's 5, I think. Yeah. Setsuna assist manages to anti-approach. That's good. Try to get that kill, but I fail to. Setsuna assist into sub does like 213 damage. So this suit can like out-trade quite a lot of suits as well. Its weakness is it really doesn't like to be harassed, but you can reset the situation with BC. It's a very powerful repositioning tool. Killed the Destiny. Now my partner's weak. I go for a Hail Mary Garobi. That might be the end because now RK's bursting. And if I finish this down, if I could finish this down, we would have won, but I did the 6B instead of 6B, 8B. And I think I wanted the 6B, 8B to get the untechable knockdown, where you just turn into an MA mode and jump through them, but alas. Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time.